Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So much requested is the Nissan Fairlady Z 300ZX TT, the two-seater from 1989. Now I've done a 700PP build, that's been the most requested one. So here it is for you now, and look at that, absolutely stunning. Now I did go for this manga design, and we'll go through that a little bit more later, and this car offers an awful lot of surprises of how it handles, the way it drives and the general setup. So get your Nissan 300ZX and follow me to the tuning shop and we'll continue this build. So now we're at the tuning shop. Here's a few things that you're going to need to get to make this 300ZX an absolute beast at Le Mans. So first thing you want to get is weight reduction stage 1 from Sports. You can see those tyres there, just ignore those because they're for a different build. So weight reduction stage 1, Club Sports. You want to get weight reduction stage 2, a power restrictor and a ballast. Semi-racing, you're going to want to get a fully customizable computer, a high RPM turbocharger, a fully customizable LSD, weight reduction stage 3 and increase the body rigidity. Under racing, you want to get an anti-lag system, racing intercooler, a racing air filter, racing silencer, racing exhaust manifold, racing brake pads, racing brake kit, I went for the drill disc this time, brake balance controller, fully customizable suspension, racing clutch and flywheel, fully customizable racing transmission, and a set of racing hard tyres. Under extreme, you want to get a set of intermediates because we all know if you're going to grind at Le Mans, it throws up a curveball. And under ultimate, you don't want to get anything from there because nothing's required. So now we have all of those parts. Let's go to GT Auto and let's fine tune our Nissan Fairlady so it not only wins at Le Mans but does so in style. So now we're at GT Auto, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to car maintenance and service. And then as you can see just at the bottom there on the right it says wide body and you can see mine's installed. So if you do click on that beforehand, I can't do that now, but if you click on it beforehand it does show you the difference between not being wide and being wide. Now the reason you need to install a wide body, for those that don't know, is it lets you put wider tyres on, it gives you that additional grip, especially when you're cornering, and it assists a lot with a lot of the builds that are made. So get that wide body installed and then we'll go back to car customization. And then once you're on there, I'll show you right now the reason behind it being a wide body. So you go to wheels, and as you can see I've gone for these Oz racing wheels on this one. I love these wheels, so it's the Oz Legenda. I just think they're brilliant. Now 16-inch standard, that's the one that I've gone for. Rim width, wide, offset, wide. So the rim width being wide, that just gives you more traction and more of a platform for you to be able to have that tyre contact patch on the floor while you're racing. Okay, so get that installed. Now once you've done that, go to custom parts. So at the front you want type B, on the side type B, the rear, you guessed it, type B. Look at that big diffuser, menacing. And that wing, you want a custom wing set. So when you go on custom wing set, it doesn't matter whether it's low, medium, high, that doesn't matter at all. I've just gone for medium, type 7, and just left it at that. Okay, now you've done that, go to raced items and go to roll cage, you want type C. And you can also obviously add a tow hook and a bonnet pin if you wish, just to make it a bit more individual for you. Under all that you can do the same with the light bulbs, number plates and your caliper colour. And if like me you love these types of liveries, go to load style, content search again, and you'll see the 66 pages at the moment of amazing liveries made by the massive community of Gran Turismo 7 livery designers, and they're all available for you to use. And if I just go to collection, you can see these are the two that I was umming and ahhing with, but ultimately I went for this one. So it's AG92 Racing and it's a Nissan Pop Girl, and I just think that is an absolutely lovely looking car. Okay, so if you do like the design, just go to comment, leave them a comment, let them know that the work is worth it. I've left a like, and you can see this one was only done on the 4th of January, so only 3 weeks or so ago, and I love it. Okay, let's get back to the garage, let's get to the setting sheet, and let's get this tune fully underway. So here we are now, back at the garage. You can see this performance point's bang on 700 and this max power of 551 brake horsepower from this 3 litre car. So not only is the Nissan Fairlady Z an amazing car to own, but it's also an amazing one, especially if at tracks like Le Mans, if you want to do your money grinds, or any of these other races that come up on the weekly challenges. I find it to be very, very easy for anyone, whether you're a novice or whether you are an experienced driver. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is racing hard tyres, and then body height adjustments. You're going to want the front 115 and the rear 135. Your anti-roll bar 8 at the front and 3 at the rear. Your dampen ratio compression 35 at the front and 20 at the rear. Your dampen ratio expansion 45 at the front and 30 at the rear. And your natural frequency 2.4 at the front and 1.5 at the rear. Now your negative camber angle 0.9 at the front and 2.4 at the rear. And your toe angle, so your toe out at the front 0.05 and toe in at the rear 0.30. Okay. Now differential gear, you want 15 on your initial torque, your acceleration sensitivity 10 and your braking sensitivity 15. Now downforce, you want the front 50 and the rear 275. Your ECU, keep that at 100%. Ballast 63 kilos at negative 21 on the positioning. Again, power restrictor 100%. Now your fully customizable racing transmission, you want to make sure 290 is the adjusted top speed on KMH. Go to manual adjustment and make these changes. First gear 2.190, second gear 1.530, third gear 1.187, fourth gear 0.975, fifth gear 0.833, and that's a final drive of 3.245, and this thing's revving over 7,200 RPM. Moving on, you can see high RPM turbocharger is installed with an anti-lag system, and that lag system is set to strong, and that is everything else that you need to make sure you've got installed on this car. Now if you do struggle with slowing the car down, I would recommend changing your brake controller and setting that all the way to 5 on the rear balance, because those rear wheels, all that power is going there, and that is the best way to control the power output. Right, you lovely lots. So this time I'm at the Nordschleife. I've come here because I thought it would be a bit different to test it this way, but I can still share all the information from Le Mans. So that's perfectly fine with you. So at Le Mans, what you're going to get is you're going to get 2 laps, and you're going to get a car that is so nimble, easy to drive, great stopping power. You know, it is literally one of the best cars I think I've tuned on here. The livery looks fantastic. I think you could put any livery on it, it'd be brilliant. You know, even if you stuck a bin bag on it, I think it'd be good. And yeah, I think it's one of those that I think you're really going to enjoy. You know, I wanted to take it to a track and give it a good thrashing. This has got, you know, an empty leaderboard on it, and I wanted to give a few cars a go and see what they're like, because I get so many requests to do a car for Nordschleife. So I thought, well, this can be the first one you could use on there. Tell me what you think. And not only that, those that do the grinds at Le Mans, you know, you could use it there, and again, tell me what you think. But yeah, I mean, this is just so easy to drive. Racing hard tyres, you know, I mean, this is a track we all know and love, and with that new update as well, there's definitely a few adjustments that I've had to make, not on this car, but with previous builds. A bit too slow there. But yeah, it's basically just because with this new update, all the leaderboards reset, don't forget. So if you've got any missions, or if you have any licenses, and you've set a target, as with any one of these, they pretty much reset and you have to start again. So that kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, really wide. That's down to me not concentrating, too busy talking, not the car. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you want to see more of. I'm loving these builds. I appreciate everyone that's subscribed. I'm nearly on 700 subscribers, which is massive. You know, I'm really hoping to put more and more hours into this, to give you those kind of builds. But as you can see, if you look behind me, wrong side, this side, you can see an engine, and that's a motorbike there. So you can see that's kind of like, that's daytime. This is free time, and you guys get to enjoy the builds that are making the free time. And I wouldn't mind it if it was this all the time. So if you do like these builds, please just, if you can share them, you know, tell as many people as you can. If anyone you know has a request, just drop me a message. I'll add it to my list. I'll get on it. It will get done. There's a lot of things that have been asked to put on, and you know, I thought, fine, we'll go from there. I mean, having a look at this, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I just wonder what it's gonna do as to get near the end of the lap. I mean, what do you reckon it'll be? 8 minutes? It should be 8 minutes, should it? Should be less. But I am one for all of the new changes that have come with the 1.55 update. I've mentioned that in a different video that, do you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of that Honda, and I'm just not. Nothing against Honda, just I don't see the point in that kind of car. I mean, unless someone knows the reasons behind it, I just don't see the point. And then when it comes to the F3 500, I think that's brilliant. That race on the weekly challenge is brilliant. I'd love to see more things that are based around actual racing rather than all this, you know, division Gran Turismo stuff, because that's not my cup of tea. I really don't like that at all. And I know I'm not the only one. I mean, some of the cars look absolutely amazing, but I mean, come on, we're kidding ourselves. We could have some proper races, you know, proper Group 3, you know, maybe even like a few Group B rally races. And even on the daily races, maybe have a couple more. You know, maybe have, instead of one that doesn't affect your drive rating, maybe have one that's an endurance race added on, because we've had that before and it was here, and do you know what, I absolutely loved it. I thought that was the best thing that we'd done, and then it disappeared as quick as it arrived. So as you can see, look, I'm not the best round the Nordschleife, but this car so far has handled everything thrown at it. And with these new changes, the force feedback changes, sounds daft, but you can really feel every movement now. I was on a race earlier on with sports hard tyres, sports medium tyres, and that was me again. You could just feel them sliding, feel it through the wheel. You could feel the wheel juddering like that. That's because you're putting too much steering angle on. So there's no grip. That contact patch of the tyre's not there. And that's it, there's no grip. So where we are now, back straight. Let's see how fast this can go on here. So bear in mind, this is only a 700PP build. It's not maxed out or set for this track in particular. I can adjust and alter it for you. but you can see there it is quickly handling everything I'm throwing at it. Oh, slightly on the grass. Dip onto those brakes there, I think. Oh, just made it. So here we go, first one round the Nordschleife that I've built. We are going to end up with and there you can see, that's where we're at. So we need to see what car I put on next, what sector it's going to be quickest at, and which one's going to be the best. Don't forget, these builds are great for your weekly challenges and for any other events that pop up on Gran Turismo. So please try them, please share them, like, comment, and help me grow this channel into something where you are the focal point. You are the ones that will be driving the content that comes on this channel, and that is what I want, because that's what I'd like, and that's what I'm asking of you. So if you could do that for me, I will bring you all of the content that you require. Whatever you request, I will do it, I will put it on. Okay, that is from me. But for now, I'll leave you with this stunning car, and you make sure you have a great weekend.